I'm having trouble with the character dynamic. So I think I'm acting too much and not actually responding to what he's doing.
Okay, so what have you done to try and improve that?
Take my time, slow down, and not just say my lines.
Okay.
That's, I don't know, it's something about the scene that it's not grabbing me like some scenes do. I've been working on it, it just doesn't grab me. I don't know.
Okay.
Just don't know what it's about this scene. If it's just too real and not, I don't know.
The stakes aren't high enough to keep you interested?
Something about it. I can't put my nose on it.
Let's see. Angelo?
I'm working on, I had to work on like knowing better our relationship, what kind of relationship we have. That way I can understand what type of conversation this is that we're having.
And what has changed since the last showing? As far as that relationship?
I took him on more as I guess you could say a father figure type, mentor type. I care about his opinion more. It's not just my way or the highway. Like I care about what he thinks.
Okay.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
Yeah, we have more of a father-son dynamic. The arguing back and forth.
And I was working on like not putting the back of my head to the camera because I saw that on the job.
Okay. Cool, let's try it.
Do you need lights? Was that a real thing?
We're open, bars lit up,
Oh,
you're good.
alright.
Stand by. Action.
So, when are you going to tell me
What?
you crossed the line?
Who told you?
Nelson.
They were hiring part-time temps to replace some of the locked-out workers. I could pick up a couple hours in the mornings and maybe get a full shift.
Be careful.
Why?
Why? Emotions are running high, that's why.
Yeah, well, they're offering $11 an hour.
I know, it looks good for me to stand, but that $11 will come out of a lot of good people's pockets. They ain't gonna be too happy about it.
Yeah, well, that ain't my problem. I've been trying to get in that shop for 2 years now, and each time I ask any of them, I get nothing but pushback. So now I'm willing to be a little flexible, and they ain't.
Do you want my opinion?
Do I have a choice?
Don't do it.
That's your opinion. You gonna give me a raise? Huh?
It's not my call. It's Howard's. Look, I just put money in the till. I ain't responsible for taking it out. But let me ask them.
They're offering $3 more per hour than what I make here. $3. What they're offering is better than anything I've touched since I got out of high school. So yo, I ain't afraid to cross the line. Let them puff up their chests, but it don't scare me no more than walking through my hood. I know rough. I ain't afraid to roll in the dirt.
Trust me, you're gonna make some real enemies. A couple of folks you know.
They ain't my friends. They don't come into my house and water my plants.
Okay. But for the record, I think it's seriously fucked up. 6 months, watch. They'll get another set of guys like you who'll cross. Guess what? They'll offer them $10 an hour. Then you'll be out of a job once someone to stand by you. But ain't nobody gonna do it. Let me tell you something. My old man,
Yeah.
don't yeah me. My old man spent most of his life building that plant. Those benefits, those wages, that vacation time you're so hungry for, guess what? He fought for when the going wasn't great. That's right. You think you're going to walk in there in a day and tear it all down? There are people that won't go down without a fight.
Why are you coming at me this way? I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just trying to get paid, that's all. For 3 years I've been carrying nothing but crates. I got $20 bills taped to my wall and a drawer full of motivational tapes. Got a job winner sweater from the Botanica and a candle that I keep lit 24/7. I keep asking for some good fortune, that's it. A little bit of money, that's it. My father, he worked at the factory, in a factory like Olstead's. He swept up a floor in a factory like Olstead's. Those fuckers wouldn't even give him a union card. But he woke up every morning at 4 a.m. because he wanted a job in the steel factory. It was the American way. So he got up every morning at 4 a.m. because he wanted to, shit. I know how he feels. People come here every day. They brush by me without seeing me. No, hello, Oscar. If they don't see me, I don't need to see them.
I hear you. But come on. Really? Look elsewhere, not Olstein's. You don't want to do this.
You know what I don't want to do? This.
Cut!
Yeah.
I know you got a little tongue twisted there.
Yeah, I
dude.
did. That's all right.
It's a mouthful.
Okay. So how do you feel that went other than that?
I still don't feel like I'm clicking.
I feel like it went better though.
I mean, I feel like it went better than the first one, but I still don't feel like I'm
Don't be
clicking
that hard.
with the situation. I don't know, like you said, if the
Have you decided why you care?
community mostly, and him, but I don't know if I'm drawing too much conflict from both the situations. If I'm trying to split it too much because I'm trying to look out for him, and I'm worried about what my dad and his friends did to make this community better when it was shit. And
Well-
that's where I'm having issues.
Well, either way, it leads to stopping him from doing this. Right? If you're concerned for him, you're looking out for his welfare, you're going to try and stop him from doing this.
Yeah.
If you're concerned about the factory, you're going to stop him from doing this. Right?
Yeah.
So overall, it's all one thing.
Okay.
The question is, do you have to care more about one or the other to accomplish that thing? Or are they just two tactics to accomplish the same end? By making him believe, that, and because you do, that you care about him, that might get him not to go. And then when that doesn't work, you change tactics to say, look, it's bigger than you. It's all of this other stuff too. So I think you're mistaking the tactics for the objective. I think your objective is to stop him from doing this.
Yeah. Okay.
And that way, everything else is a means to an end. All honest tactics, not as in a lie or a maneuver or a trick, but honest approaches. You know, you and I could talk like this as teacher and actor. But if there was something that I thought that you needed to use that was inside of you, I would probably, walk over there and ask you to come into my office, and we'd sit down, and I would, that conversation would become much more personal. Because I know that how difficult that next step would be. And that's my using a different sort of facet of our relationship to talk to you out there.
Okay.
Or if I were talking about this scene and I started suddenly talking about your responsibilities to your scene partner, I could scold you as the teacher. That's one tactic. I could use that as another. Both are honest and true. So I think that maybe that's it. Part of your answer.
All right.
How about apart from that? How'd you guys feel? Were you accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish? Were you
I felt it was more real.
okay?
My feelings were more real. I don't think they're clustered. I don't know what
Well,
it is.
look. So, what I would ask more than anything else is first that you find something truthful and honest. The clustering and the building of the architecture and making sure that architecture is pretty, make it functional first.
Okay.
I'd rather just see the scene play out as it did at several moments in here, where you guys were really just kind of tapped into what you were feeling and letting that bounce off one another.
All right.
How did you feel the relationship play this time?
I felt like I was talking, like having a more of a real conversation this time.
Good. What is at risk in this relationship with him?
It might get a little rocky after this.
Might? And what do you mean by rocky?
Yeah, because I think that we have a close enough bond that maybe he'll just understand. Maybe especially if I try to explain myself.
Well, what's the risk?
Maybe we don't. Maybe.
And then what happens? What do you lose?
like I might gain. I don't know. I feel more focused on where I'm headed than what I'm losing.
And I think that is why, that's the aspect we need.
Okay.
Moment to moment to moment, there's a risk that you're going to lose this relationship that is meaningful to you. Yes, the lines are all about, I wanted this, and I've done this, and I've done that. And it's one thing if you're just standing up for yourself. But what if what you're trying to do is working harder to convince him that what you're doing doesn't justify him befriending you, disowning you, if you were going with the father, analogy. Then what your job becomes, and this will fix that thing, that monologue at the end, is that moment to moment to moment, you're reading him to see if you've crossed the line. If you think you have, you fight harder to try and convince him. If you're not sure you have, and he looks like he's on your side, you've got more room to say, it's all about me, man, I need this. The moment you find you're reaching that point where you might lose him, you've got to then turn the argument around and use that relationship. Do you care about me? Do you care about my happiness? Does this matter to you? So you kind of play both sides of that depending on how close to the line you are. And that's something you see moment to moment to moment to moment.
Okay.
So what was the part that you dropped? Where'd that go away?
My father, he swept up a floor in the
See it.
factory on steps.
What's the line that feeds into it? That's it. You say, what did you say that leads him to say that's it?
That's it. There are people that won't go down without a fight.
Okay.
And then I'm like, why are you coming at me this way? I'm not disrespecting you, I'm just trying to get paid.
That's a little earlier in the scene than I wanted to start. Hang tight. I'll tell you where you are.
From just observing it, by the way, it didn't seem as disjointed as I think you guys feel it seemed. Like it didn't.
Very controversial myself. Nothing's ever going to be perfect.
What page number is it?
It just seemed really natural.
494.
Just like go.
That's what this script is. It's really natural, and I think it's going to have a tough time with it because it's real. Like it's
just real,
It's
real
Genuine.
life
Yeah, it's just real life.
story.
But the
You
way
There's
know,
no dramatic moment, really.
But the way that
Yeah.
Keith is like talking, the way you guys want to focus on, which I think was kind of cool, the whole relationship of it, and then what your real objective, I think will help.
We figured out that worked better as a mentor son because the arguing the first time just him at my throat and me
Oh,
at
I
his
see what you're
throat
saying.
didn't
Yeah,
work
you're
out.
absolutely right. That's the top of the
It just
monologue.
didn't
I'm
work
sorry,
that
forget
way.
it.
But
Trying to
us
remember how it-
having a relationship that's at risk added a better continuity to it.
Let's take it from, and you think you're going to walk in and tear it all down in a day. There are folks out here that won't go down easy. Can we take it from there? In fact, you want to take it from the beginning? Don't you yeah me.
Okay.
Give them yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you yeah me. My dad spent 42 years in that plant.
Is he listening to you? What did he just do,
He
Chris?
just turned on me.
Turned away and walked away from you?
Yeah.
Is he listening to you?
No.
So how urgent is it? This is the end of this scene almost.
Yeah.
How urgent do you need him to get what you're about to say? Because when you say people aren't just going to lay down and take this, what are you really saying?
That I'm not going to take this, and that the community can't take this.
What does that mean? The community's not going to take it.
It means he's going to be at risk,
Meaning what?
meaning that they could do something violent to
Like
him,
what?
like beat him up,
Yes.
Hurt him.
Just beat him up or hurt him?
or kill him
What makes it easier for them to do that to him?
if he has nobody to protect him.
What else makes it easier for them to do that to him versus somebody else?
He's alone. He has
With a
no-
different skin color,
Oh yeah, he's
different
Colombian.
nationality.
He's Colombian.
I'm not
He
saying
has
they're
one.
racist, I'm saying they're racist. But on some level, he's other.
Yeah.
He's not from here, he hasn't worked in the factory, he's an outsider. It makes him an even bigger target. So, save him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk away from you. Make sure he gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My old man.
My old man.
Yeah.
Look, don't yeah me. My dad spent 42 years trying to build that plant when the going wasn't so great. You think you're going to come in there and tear it all down in a day? those
Great.
No,
You're
that
fine.
was,
You're doing fine.
that was good.
I like that much better.
Yeah.
Let's talk about one other thing. Who runs the shop here?
Howard.
Who's dad?
Me.
Who runs this relationship as the authority figure?
Me.
You just chased him. Stop him a different way and make him listen.
Okay.
Because if I need you to do something and I go, no, stop it, stop, then you have the power.
Okay.
You with me?
Yeah.
Let's try it again. Let's see what else happens. My old man.
My old man.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you yeah me. My dad spent 42 years building that plant when the going wasn't so great. That's right. You think you're gonna walk in there and tear it off?
That's what I said. Why do you say that's right?
I don't know. It's the line I never really got it.
Take it off of him. How does he react to what you just said? It's not just about slowing down and taking time. It's about repetition. It's about observation. So try it again. Give me a different choice. Don't throw the magazine down. What else are you gonna do?
Either.
My old man.
My old man.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you yeah me. My dad spent 42 years in that plant when the going wasn't so great. That vacation, I can't get the line from there. I don't know.
My dad put 42 years into building that plan, those benefits, those wages, that vacation time you're so hungry for. Guess what?
My dad spent 42 years in building that plant.
Can I see you grab him?
Yeah. Yeah. I can do that too.
Make him listen. Save his life.
Okay. Let me tell you something. My dad,
Yeah.
hey, don't you yeah me. My dad spent 42 years in building that plant. Those benefits, that vacation, time you're so, I'm losing it, man.
Well, it's because they're throwing a wrench into your
Yeah.
plans.
Vacation, benefits, wages.
Let me ask you a question. If you grab people like that, where'd you learn that?
Like that?
Where did you learn that it was okay to do that to someone?
My dad.
Ah, who are you talking about?
My dad.
Did you like it when your dad grabbed you?
Maybe the man I am today.
Did you like it when your dad grabbed?
Not when I was young.
Did he have to grab you to make you into that man you are today? Could you have done it anyway? Could you have done it a different way? Did he stop at grabbing?
No, discipline. Switches, belts.
But let's back up here because there's this too. This is an interesting opportunity for you to exhibit a behavior that your father used. You never show up anywhere else in this script. But if you didn't like it when your dad did it to you and you catch yourself instinctively grabbing him and pulling him to you out of desperation, out of like, listen to me, you little fuckwit, you can realize in the middle of doing that what you've done.
Sure.
He doesn't necessarily, and here's what it does. If that happens in front of him, he sees something in you that he hasn't seen before. It sort of humanizes this. It makes it something other than an argument. It gives it greater dimension. It gives it a whole layer that the audience didn't see coming. And it's all opened up by being open to the possibility of, if I do this, what does that mean about the person I am? Where did I learn this? Do I like that I do this?
Okay. I'm trying to get that because I really didn't have a dad that did that. I'm trying to get that.
And that's fine. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. Has he ever grabbed you before?
Mm-mm.
No. How out of the ordinary is this?
Pretty bad.
What does it mean he would lay hands on you? You know what the situation is, you know the stakes are high, and you know how he feels about what you're about to do.
Yeah.
You already know that someone could take you out, somebody could do something awful to you. Based on this decision you might make, yes?
Mm-hmm.
It's in your head?
Not that much.
Let it be.
Okay.
Because it should be for someone who knows he's about to cross the picket line. You heard people in this room all the time talk about
Alright.
scabs, talk about all of that shit.
Alright.
So, anybody could do it. What does it mean when he grabs you? Anybody could do it.
It means that he's trying to protect me.
Anybody could beat you the fuck up for even thinking about taking a union job when the union and the factory means a lot to them. And he grabs you by the shirt. What does that mean?
That means that I need to not piss him off.
Why?
Because I might be out here alone.
And what if suddenly you think he could do it? I mean, you have a friendship, but he's heated right now. I'd like you to take a moment and believe when he grabs you that shit, this could be, you didn't see this coming, this could be it. I need you to see that when it happens.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
And then let that
Be
echo
my-
back through your life to the moment your father grabbed you. Do you see what I'm constructing here?
Yeah. Just trying to run the dialogue. Make sure it's not. I'm trying to find a.
Just run the lines. My old man.
My old man spent 42 years building that plant when going wasn't so great. There's vacation time, those wages, those benefits, that vacation time, those wages you're so hungry for. He fought for when the going wasn't so great. That's right. You think you're going to walk in there and tear it all down in a day? There are people that won't go down so easy.
How do you feel when he says he fought for him when all those benefits, those wages, the vacation time, he fought for him when the going wasn't so great? Did you realize that?
No.
No. What happens when you do? How do you feel about what you're doing? Does it mean you can maintain eye contact with him anymore knowing that? For me? Great. So when you say to him, my dad, go ahead. My dad put 42 years into building that
My
plant.
dad put 42 years into building that plant.
Grab him. He's not paying attention to you.
My dad put 42 years into building that plant. Those wages, those benefits, the vacation time you're so hungry for, he fought for when the going wasn't so great. You think you're going to walk in there and tear it all down in a day?
You skipped the, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Wait,
right.
Let it land on him. He did that when the going wasn't so great.
My dad spent 42 years of building that plant when the going wasn't so great. That vacation time, those benefits that you're so hungry for,
Yeah.
it's killing me doing it this way. Okay, I got it.
My old man. Yeah. Give me there.
My old man.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you yeah me. My dad spent 42 years in building that plant. Those wages, that vacation time you're so hungry for, guess what? He fought for when the going wasn't so great. That's right. Think you're going to tear it all down in a day? There's folks that won't go down so easy.
Why are you coming at me this way? I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just trying to get paid, that's all. For 3 years I've been carrying nothing.
Does he get it? Is he on your side? After those first two sentences?
I don't know.
Why? How do you not know?
'Cause I wasn't thinking about that.
Well, don't think about it. Look at him.
Alright.
So, start again. Why are you coming at me that way?
Why are you coming at me this way? I'm not.
How does he respond to that?
He just stood there.
Didn't see it.
Okay.
Ask him again. Grab. Yeah, get in his face, sir. Go.
Why are you coming at me this way? I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just trying to get paid, that's it. For 3 years I've been carrying...
Wait. Did you see how he responded to 3 years? That's it?
No.
Watch it.
Alright. Why are you coming at me this way? I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just trying to get paid. That's it. For 3 years, I've been carrying nothing but crates. I got $20 bills taped to my wall and a drawer full of motivational tapes. Got a jar of Buenos where I took from the Botanica and a candle that I keep lit 24/7. I keep asking for some good fortune. That's it. A little bit of money. That's it. My father, he swept up a floor in a factory like old stairs. Those fuckers wouldn't even give him a union card.
Good. I like this. So now we got to build a little something for you. Did you know that?
The dad part. That's the part that I noticed.
Did you know how? Did you understand? You
That
knew
his
he was a
dad's
hard
like my
worker.
dad.
You knew he was a hard worker. But listen to what he's saying. What's he saying to you?
That he's what? That his dad.
Before that,
basically like-
before dad.
I didn't catch that.
What does that mean? Buena suerte.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I don't think I'll tell me.
Good luck.
But what did you buy?
A jar of it.
And what is it?
It's like potpourri.
Yeah.
Yeah, I googled that.
I
You
don't
could
know.
just
Freaking
ask
clue
him.
what Venezuela.
So here's the deal. Right now you're looking at him like you do. You're just drinking it in. You with me?
Yeah.
He just said something you didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah. What the fuck that was?
Right.
I thought it was champagne.
And then after Buena suerte,
Got a candle that I keep lit 24/7.
what does that mean to you?
Religious.
What does it mean?
Just praying for good fortune.
Uh-huh. And then?
I keep asking for some good fortune. That's it. A little bit of
Uh,
luck.
I love that. I keep asking for some good fortune. Period. That's it.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah.
It's not. I keep asking for some good fortune. That's it.
Mhm.
Tell it. Tell it.
I keep looking for some good fortune. That's it.
You didn't put a period after fortune. Make the point.
I keep looking for some good fortune. That's it. A little bit of money. That's it. My father, he swept up a floor in the factory like
Yeah.
instead.
There's a reason the writer includes those periods in there. Because those are points you're hammering home. And that demands that you get it. Because you've been in the same position before. You had this accident. Someone gave you a break. Because all you wanted was a job. Who had this job before you?
I don't think there was nobody before me.
No?
In the script. I mean, someone had it.
Yeah. And that's a little bit of history you get to build. What if that history is somebody that that lost that job because someone wanted to give it to you because you couldn't work in the factory? What if you displaced somebody else who worked hard here, but you needed it? Damn it, all I was looking for was a break. I don't have any other place to go. What if this resonates with you? So you can construct the history of the character in such a way that you set it up so that when he says words like this, they land on you like a ton of bricks. It takes your body, pardon me, it takes this posture and it loosens it. It causes your energy to change. He sees that. And when he sees that, then he can talk about his father. What's the bit about your father after the final that's it?
He swept up a floor in the
Keep
factory.
going. My father slept up.
My father swept. Oh, all right. My father, he swept up a floor in the factory like Olsteads. Those fuckers wouldn't even give him a union card.
So, he's just finished talking about his dad,
Yeah.
42 years. So now what are you offering?
My same
Yeah,
spot.
tell him. That's it.
Uh,
One up him. Your dad did this?
yeah. My father, he swept up a floor in the factory like Olsteads. Those fuckers wouldn't even give him a union card. But he woke up every morning at 4 a.m. because he wanted a job in a steel factory.
So what does that mean? So it means that despite all that,
Yeah.
he still woke up every morning because he wanted that.
Yeah.
And you got to sell him on that your dad was no slacker, no hard work. He worked his ass off. He never got what was due him. You're not going to let this pass. Make your points with him, one at a time. You're doing really well, both of you.
My father, he swept up the floor in the factory like Olsteads. Those fuckers wouldn't even give him a union card. But he woke up every morning at 4 a.m. because he wanted a job in the steel factory. It was the American way. So he woke up at 4 a.m. every day because he. Hold on, man, I'm lost now.
But he woke up every morning at 4 a.m. because he wanted a job in the steel factory. It was the American way, so he swept fucking floors thinking,
One day.
one day they'll let me in. That's a long sentence.
Got you. My father, he swept up a floor in the factory like Olsteads. Those fuckers wouldn't even give him a union card. But he swept up floors thinking
But
one
he
day.
woke up every morning.
My father, he swept up the floor in the factory like Olsteads. Those fuckers wouldn't even give him a union card. But he woke up every morning at 4 a.m. because he wanted a job in the steel factory. It was the American way. So he swept fucking floors thinking one day they'll let me in. I know how he feels. People come here every day. They brush by me without seeing me. No.
So this isn't a factory. People come where? As opposed to a factory?
In here.
Make that point.
People come here every day.
Yeah, here. Yeah, right here. It's not a factory, but I see it even here. Yeah.
They brush by me without seeing me. No. Hello, Oscar. If they don't see me, I don't need to see them.
Good. And that's where you got to close the thought. Because you end it, right?
Yeah.
No, I got dialogue.
Yeah.
No, he walks away from you, though. I know you've got dialogue, but that's the end of your... You're making your point.
Yeah.
You decide to stop there, so make the point. They don't see me, tell him.
Oh, shit. If they don't see me, I don't need to see them.
Try this for me. It's purely a technique thing. Take your voice down.
Okay.
Make the point.
You mean lower my voice?
No. At the end of it, right? I don't need to see them.
Okay.
Make the point. Fuck them.
Okay. If they don't see me, I don't need to see them.
Good. I'm going to give you a line reading, and I don't like doing this, but I'm going to do this to make a point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to see them.
Okay.
You can say it any other way, but the voice going down, that's what I mean.
Got you. Okay.
Fill it with whatever emotion you want.
If they don't see me, then I don't need to see them. That felt weird, but all right.
It felt weird because it's not your normal rhythm.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And I hear you. But come on. Really? Look elsewhere. Not old Steve's. You don't want to do this.
You know what I don't want to do? This.
Good cut. Okay. Good. So yeah. So you're talking about being present. This is how you do it. If you're looking for a mechanism. So when I ask that question of anybody, all three of you, or six of you.
There's like 5 of us.
5 of us now. When I ask that question, how are you accomplishing that? What I want to hear back is, we got into our rehearsals and we ran repetition. And throughout this speech, I'm going to focus on every line I say, checking in and seeing if it's getting through. That's how I'm going to stay in this moment. I'm going to stay engaged in this relationship because in this monologue, I'm going to constantly check to see if I'm losing his love, if I'm losing his friendship. And that's how we bring all of these decisions into a moment-to-moment assessment of our progress or failure. It's what activities were, if you remember those.
Yeah.
You know, am I accomplishing it or not? Will I get it done on time or not? Moment to moment, we assess. Let's do the whole scene again now.
All right.
And see if you can apply all of this stuff the whole time. What are you saying? You know what I don't want to do? This. What do you mean by this?
Argue about my decision?
That is incorrect.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So what you decided was exactly what we saw.
Okay.
And kudos to you because the choice you made was crystal clear.
Okay.
It's just not the interpretation the script is asking
Okay.
for. Because he makes a show of putting on his apron, he grabs a box, and he walks out.
Okay.
So he's talking about, I don't want to do this shit job anymore. Right? You did your homework. You made a choice. Good for you. We just got to change the choice. Okay? Super. Hello, everybody. Okay, here we go. Stand by. And then after this, we'll get group feedback. Is he late?
No. I mean, I didn't plan him to be late, and the script doesn't say he's late.
So let's make him a little late.
Make him late. Okay.
Where is he if he's late? What did you hear about him?
That he crossed the line.
So now let's make a simple choice that he's late. And that leads to all of the assumptions. And if he did it, that makes you feel a certain way if he's already done it. Do the activity. Just do the activity that you have to do because he's not here, because he's ruining the community. Action.
So when were you going to tell me?
What?
You crossed the line.
Who told you?
Good, cut. What does it mean that he showed up?
that he's not there yet.
Okay. Don't rush that first line. Give him a chance to tell you. Even if it's only a few seconds. What are you expecting him to say? You're late.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to know that I was late.
Now you know.
Okay. I was assuming I was on
So,
time.
if you're running a little bit behind, what do you
Alright.
expect he's going to tell you?
Hustle up.
Hustle up,
Yeah, let's go.
get your shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know you're late, so you're expecting that.
All right.
Do the activity. Don't act the choice. Do the activity under the circumstances. I need you to pull all the bottles out. What are you writing down?
Checklist.
Of what? What's on that list? What you got written?
Canon ES5D.
Why is that in your bar?
It's scribble scrabble. I think the first
Exactly.
time I
So it's
write
not an activity because
Okay.
it's not specific. What I need you to do
I'm gonna
is
check
I need you to try and
alcohol.
figure out roughly how much water is in those bottles. They have volume measurements on them, 16 ounces, 8 ounces. Try and do your best to try and figure out how much water is in those bottles.
Okay.
Okay? Stand by. When you write it down, how much is in it, put it in the box. Now they all have the same measurement on them, but I need you to guesstimate how much is left in each bottle.
Holy shit. Okay.
Well, how many ounces is the bottle?
16 ounces.
16 ounces. So half is 8, quarter is 4, an eighth is 2.
All right. Okay.
Stand by. He's late.
Oh, shit.
No, I didn't call action. You're good. I'm just reminding your boss he's late. That bottle's empty. There's 0 water in that. Just help you out there. Keep doing the job. Action. Let it sit. What's he not doing to you, Angelo?
It's not paying me anymore.
How does that make you feel? Is it normal that he's not paying you any mind?
No.
What's it probably about? Go ahead and get dressed.
I don't really know what it's about.
You know what it's about. Whenever you're ready, Chris.
So when were you going to tell me?
What?
You crossed the line.
Who told you?
Nelson.
I didn't see you mark that bottle, Chris.
They were hiring part-time temps to replace some of the locked out workers. I could pick up a couple of hours in the mornings and maybe get a full shift.
Careful.
Why?
Well, high. Emotions are running high, that's why.
Yeah, well, they're offering $11 an hour.
I know. It looks good from where you're standing. But that $11 an hour, this will come out of a lot of good people's pockets. They ain't gonna like it too much.
Yeah, well, that ain't my problem. I've been trying to get in that shop for 2 years now. And each time I ask any of them, I get nothing but pushback. So now I'm willing to be a little flexible, and they ain't.
You want my opinion?
Do I have a choice?
Don't do it.
That's your opinion. You gonna give me a raise? Huh?
It's not my call. That's Howard's. I just put money in the till. I ain't responsible for taking it out. But let me ask them.
They're offering me $3 more per hour than what I make here. $3. What they're offering is better than anything I've touched since I got out of high school. So yo, I ain't afraid to cross the line. Let them puff up their chest, but it don't scare me no than walking through my hood. I know rough. I ain't afraid to roll in the dirt.
Fine, tough guy. Trust me, you're gonna make some real enemies. A couple of folks you know.
They ain't my friends. They don't come into my house and water my plants.
Okay. But for the record, I think it's seriously fucked up. 6 months. Watch. They'll get another set of guys like you who'll cross. And guess what? They'll give them $10 an hour. Then you'll be out of a job with someone to stand by you. But ain't nobody gonna do it. Let me tell you something. My old man,
Yeah.
hey, don't yeah me. My old man spent 42 years in building that plant. Those wages, the benefits, that vacation time you're so hungry for, guess what? He fought for when the going wasn't so great. That's right.
Check in with him. It wasn't so great. Look at his response. They fought when the going wasn't so great. Take at him again. He fought for him when the going wasn't so great.
He fought for when the going wasn't so great. That's right. Think you're going to walk in there and tear it all down in a day? There are people that won't go down so easy.
Why are you coming at me this way? I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just trying to get paid. That's it. For 3 years I've been carrying
Don't
nothing.
rush it. Check in with him. We just went over this. Why are you coming at me like that?
Why are you coming at me this way? I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just trying to get paid. That's it. For 3 years.
How does he react? How did he react to that?
He just sighed.
Just watch it then. Let that lead to the next thing. Why are you coming at me like that?
Why are you coming at me like this? I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just trying to get paid. That's it. For 3 years I've been carrying nothing but crates. I got $20 bills taped to my wall and a drawer full of motivational tapes. Got a job winning sweater from the Botanica and a candle that I keep lit 24/7. I keep asking for some good fortune. That's it. A little bit of money. That's it. My father, he swept up a floor in a factory like Olsted's. Those fuckers wouldn't even give him a union card. But he woke up every morning at 4 a.m. because he wanted a job in the steel factory. It was the American way. So he swept fucking floors thinking one day they'll let me in. I know how he feels. People come in here every day, they brush by me without seeing me. No, hello, Oscar. If they don't see me, I don't need to see them.
I hear you. But come on. Really? Look elsewhere. Not old Steeds. You don't want to do this.
You know what I don't want to do? This.
Cut. I gotta tell. That was fantastic. First of all, I'm gonna tell you that the beginning of this scene, as silly as it sounds, with those bottles, that's some of the best work I've seen you do, Chris. It was honest. It was truthful. All of your decisions of when to stop and start fell into place.
That's what I'm wanting to learn is more naturality.
They just worked, and it's because you weren't thinking about what to do. You were busy doing something, and the impulses just followed through. We got about a third of the way in. Then we got off track once the bottle stopped. But overall, for both of you now, the slowing down and listening, moment to moment, checking in with him. Is this getting through to you? Is this getting through to you? Do you get me now? Makes all the difference.
It does.
Everything outside of this is icing on the cake. This is the cake. This is the cake. This is the cake. Go, guys. What else do you have to say? I didn't take any other notes. I just wanted to give that general. What else did you see that you like? Talk about what you liked.
I really like, shoot, damn it, your name.
Angelo? Chris?
Angelo's the end. I thought that was really, really nice. Because there was passion in the moments that felt like there would be. It was a really nice ending. I like that.
I liked how he focused on him when he was doing his thing about my dad, swept the floor and
Yes.
he did this and he did that. Like he stayed on him. He didn't look away from him and like he wanted him to feel how he knew his dad felt.
Yeah, it really worked.
And so then raised the stakes for both of you, because you both have just talked about your fathers and how you want to follow in the same footsteps in the bad ways, but you want to make them proud, sort of deal.
And I don't know what it is about shows about laborers and their fucking dads.
Right?
Because like the fucking Wire, that was my scene of, well, my dad walked up the hills in Alisande both ways carrying his grinding stone. It's like, fuck! And blue collar, bring up your daddy. But it's true, you know. I mean, and you played it honestly, which is nice. Nice. What else?
I felt like from the first time to this time, you could really see the dynamic of the relationship a lot clearer. So that was beautiful.
Yeah. This is a great place now for you guys to go into a rehearsal sometime in the next couple of days while this is fresh. Write about this in your journal. What you found tonight. How it made you feel. How it brought you closer, if it did, to the connection between you two. Because I'm going to tell you something. Emotional value in a scene doesn't come from inside you. It comes from what you see in the other person and worrying about what they're feeling about you or what they're offering you. That's the dynamic that produces emotion. That's true. And when you don't push it, it happens. It just happens. It's a nice scene this way. How did you feel about that ending with the box?
Iffy.
Huh?
I feel like it was a good choice. It could have been better, but I just owned it.
I went.
How did it play?
It played great.
That was beautiful. You absolutely sold it.
All right.
You know, I believed it. It was like, fuck this job.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. The apron gave you something to do while he was talking.
Yeah.
You didn't have to like wait to do it. I just all played really nicely.
Yeah, it did.
Let that be the indicator for you that
Okay.
everybody saw it and it worked.
All right.
I got a little turn because he crossed that way and my back went to that dead
Oh, who
camera.
cares?
Yeah.
You know, our backs go to the camera on camera all the time, as long as they don't stay there. You know, and even then sometimes they'll throw the camera on the other coverage. But you know, it's just good. It's good. Very nice. Good. Give them a hand. When we hit third showing, I'm just simply not set up for it tonight. When we hit third showing with you guys, you will be the only ones that I will bring the camera for close-up in on. I'd rather you work it this way. Don't lock in on your blocking because the lines will go out of your head if I change anything. Lines separate from the blocking.
All right.
And then we'll bring in the thing, we'll do the close-up work on your third showing.
All right.
Okay? Good. Thank you both. Hey, Francis. I'm okay. How are you?
You need some wood. That's all you need.
Yeah, it's on sliders.
First scene. We don't have any other second showings, correct?
Nope.
Excellent. Very good. So we shall move on to third showings. What time is it?
I gotta go to the car.
7:03. Well, that's perfect.
You left 2 bottles there. Fire.
Good job, man. Keith, I'm gonna stop this for right now.
Thank you.